The stranger who knew his name. Ethan Carter would never forget the morning the stranger walked into the diner, because that was the morning his entire world shifted, even though he didn't know it yet. The bell over the greasy glass door jingled, its normal dull ting somehow sharper today. Ethan wiped his hands on his apron, exhausted from another night of sleeping only 3 hours. Bills kept arriving faster than he could open them. His mother's medical treatments were overdue. His rent was late, again. And the diner was the only place still willing to give him extra shifts. Then she entered, hoodie up, dark sunglasses covering half her face. The kind of woman who looked out of place in a rundown, neon-flickering hole like Mel's diner. But what struck Ethan wasn't her appearance. It was the way her eyes, barely visible, locked onto him with something between recognition and pain. As if she was seeing a ghost. Before Ethan could ask what she wanted, she whispered, voice trembling just slightly. "You don't remember me, do you?" The words punched the air out of him. He didn't know this woman. He was sure of it. He would have remembered someone whose presence felt like a shadow of a past he couldn't place. But before he could answer. Cut. A sudden narrator-style YouTuber voice interrupts. Backhand index pointing right. Before we continue, if this moment already has you hooked, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the Kindness Chronicles for more powerful real-life stories that change hearts. Back to the story. The woman quickly shook her head, as if regretting what she'd said. "Sorry. Forget it. Just, coffee. Black." Ethan tried to shrug it off. He poured her coffee. She watched him the entire time, not in a creepy way. In a searching way. As if every movement he made told her a story she knew too well. Every morning after that, she came back. Always the same hoodie. Same sunglasses. Same quiet sadness. Sometimes she smiled at Ethan, but it was the kind of smile someone wore while fighting back tears. The regulars started calling her the mystery woman. But to Ethan, she was simply the customer who tipped too much. Every morning. Coffee, $4. Tip, $50. Ethan tried returning the money, but she refused. "For your mom," she'd say softly. "I know, medical bills are hard." He froze. "How do you know about that?" She shrugged. "You talk in your sleep when you nap during breaks." He turned red. "Oh God." She laughed, light and soft, like someone who hadn't laughed in years. "Don't worry. It's kind of sweet." She cared. That much he could feel. But how? Why? What did he mean to her? Still, she never gave a name. After 3 weeks of morning visits, she finally did something different. She cried. It was subtle, one tear sliding beneath her sunglasses while she watched Ethan struggle to carry a stack of dishes. "Are you okay?" he asked. She quickly wiped her face. "I'm fine. I'm just proud." "Proud? Of him?" Ethan laughed awkwardly. "You sound like you've known me forever." Her lips parted with a truth she almost said. Almost. Instead she whispered, "Maybe I have." He stared at her, confused. "Are you sure we've never met?" She stood abruptly, leaving the money on the table. "Someday," she murmured, "you'll understand." And she walked out. The secret everyone but Ethan saw. The staff at the diner noticed the same thing. The mystery woman was clearly rich and hiding it. Designer shoes. Perfect manicured nails. An expensive watch she forgot to tuck under her sleeve once. And the way she looked at Ethan, with affection, nostalgia, guilt, like he was the one person who could break her. Mel, the owner, nudged Ethan one day. "You've won someone's heart, kid." Ethan turned tomato red. "No. She's just kind." "No one is that kind without a reason," Mel said, wiping the counter. But the universe didn't care about their guesses. Because on a stormy Friday morning, everything changed. The morning that broke him. Lightning cracked across the sky as the unnamed woman stepped into the diner with swollen eyes. Her hoodie was gone. Her sunglasses missing. It was the first time Ethan saw her face clearly. She was beautiful, but not in a glamorous way. In a hurt and healing way. Her hair, dark and wavy, was damp from the rain. Her makeup smudged. She looked like she had been crying for hours. He rushed to her. What happened? She held up a trembling hand. Don't ask. Please. She tried smiling at him, but it broke halfway. Then she whispered something so soft he almost missed it. You saved my life once. I don't think you remember. Ethan felt the ground shift under him. What are you talking about? But before she could explain, her phone rang. She checked the screen and panic flashed across her features. I have to go. Wait. Ethan reached out. Tell me your name, just your name. Her throat worked as she swallowed hard. Then she said, almost in a whisper. My name is Alexandra Hayes. The name hit Ethan with nothing. No recognition. No memory. Nothing. But when she looked at him, she looked like someone silently begging him to remember. Before he could stop her, she slipped out into the rain. And never came back. A disappearance and a discovery. 3 days passed. No Alexandra. Ethan tried to convince himself it didn't matter. She was just a customer. A kind stranger. But deep down, she had become the brightest part of his mornings. Her absence hollowed him. By the 4th day, he couldn't take it anymore. He searched her name online. And that was the moment his breath stopped. Alexandra Hayes, CEO of Hayes Tech Industries. Net worth, $480 million. Currently under investigation for the suspicious death of her father, Robert Hayes. Ethan dropped his phone. Her father, dead? Investigated? Why hadn't she told him? Why act like a normal customer? And why did she look at him like they had a shared past? The answer came 2 days later, in the most shocking way possible. The message that changed everything. A black car pulled up outside the diner. A man in a suit walked in, asking for Ethan. He handed Ethan a small envelope. Inside was a handwritten note. Ethan. If you're reading this, I was forced to disappear. But there's something I need to tell you. You saved me once when we were kids. Now I'm trying to save you. Please come to 41 Westchester Avenue tonight at 11 p.m. Everything will make sense. Alexandra. Ethan felt his heart stop. They had met before. And she remembered him. But why didn't he remember her? And what exactly had he saved her from? As he stood frozen with the letter, Mel stepped behind him. You okay, kid? Ethan couldn't speak. Because something about the address in the letter felt familiar. Deeply familiar. Like a memory buried under years of trauma. He had no idea that by the end of the night, his life would collide with a past he had forgotten. A past Alexandra was risking everything to reveal. The night the past came back. Rain hammered the windshield of Ethan's beat-up car as he pulled up to 41 Westchester Avenue, a massive abandoned estate surrounded by wrought iron fencing and choking vines. A place straight out of nightmares. He swallowed hard. Why would Alexandra want him here? He stepped out. The air felt heavy, like the world was holding its breath. Inside the estate, only the foyer light was on. Dust floated through the air. The wood floors creaked under his shoes. Then he heard footsteps. Slow. Soft. And then she stepped into view. Alexandra. But not the hoodie-wearing mystery woman. Tonight she stood tall,